Today I am going to start working on my dump truck. I'm going to straighten out this rail a little bit. You see it's a little bit wavy. We'll straighten that out. I'm going to put some angle iron on it and put this other rail over here is pretty good. We put these boards up here on the sides. I'm going to build a rack to set these boards in like this. I know they're long, and I didn't buy them for this job. That was in some Cull lumber, C-U-L-L. For those of you that don't know about Cull lumber, that's when you go to Home Depot and Lowe's. Actually, Lowe's is where I got these. These stores will pick this bad lumber off the shelf and put it on a cart, and you can buy it at a very cheap discounted price, like 80% off, so you're only paying about 20% for the lumber, and that's where I got this lumber from. I tried to press this bowed side that needs to be pushed out right there. I tried to push that out with a load lock that you use in a van trailer on truck driving, and it wasn't strong enough. It's like a bumper jack, but it wasn't strong enough to push that out, so I had to get the Porta-Power out. This is my new set. I bought a new set just to get the pump, because a pump alone without the set is about the same price, so I bought the whole set pretty cheap at Harbor Freight, couple $100, maybe $3. I don't remember what I paid for it, about 200 something, I think. I don't know. So I'm starting to assemble these pieces together to make a ram. That right there is the ram, that the hydraulic ram that'll plug in somewhere along the way in between these posts. And I just thought I'd mention while I'm assembling this that my old set, since the new set's not going to be quite long enough to reach all the way across, the good thing is either you get a 4-ton set or a 10-ton set. Well, of course, I got the 10-ton both times. My first set I bought a 10-ton, and so there's an old extension. It's actually two pieces. There's a joint in the middle there someplace, I think right about there. These 10-ton pieces are interchangeable from one set to another, and the same with the 4-ton pieces. As you can see, I got the lower end over there on the other side. I was a little short of room. It was too long to add another extension and too short, so I just stuck a couple blocks of wood, but I want to stay on the bottom over there so I don't push the top out equally along with this side here. And one thing I should have shown is on this pump, I'll have to do a video on how to use Porta-Powers. On this pump, it's got an air bleed right here. You leave that closed so you don't lose your oil out of there. But every once in a while, when you're filling a large cylinder like we are here, that's a pretty good sized cylinder there right in the middle, it's getting oil out of this pump. When you're filling a large cylinder, every now and then you have to crack this valve loose and let air in, or else it'll stop pumping. And I didn't have the camera running when I did that. That's where we're at now. We got this up here on the top on this side so that we got all the pressure working against that. But this is just rolled sheet metal right here. There's not much power here, so we're just going to push this out a little bit. And this right here is where my post is. So once I straighten this out, make that straight with this rail, then I got to come over here and push the post out a little bit. If I was going any serious amount of bending here, I would have come-alongs on these other posts going to the other side to keep them from going out. But we're not going very far yet, just a little bit. In fact, that's probably enough. Yeah, I think that's going to be pretty straight right there. Now I am going to get some come-alongs. I've got the two come-alongs on there. One right here next to this post. There's a post right behind that hook there. And then down on the end, where the door closes, I got it hooked on top there where the door closes. I got to come along there going across both sides. And that's just to hold those posts secure while I push this one in the middle back out that's pushed in. It must have gotten hit by a bobcat or something. I got to push that post out, and while I'm holding with these two come-alongs, holding those two posts on either side of it in. Have to push it out past straight because it's going to spring back, and it is past straight, so I'm going to let it back in. Hopefully it didn't go out too far. Looks good to me. Now up there where the camera's sitting, I got to pull that side in some. Looks nice and straight where we were just working at right there. But up there in the front we still have a little bit of a bow up there by the camera. So we're going to pull that in. We were almost good. This post right here where those two hooks are was just still sticking out just a little bit. So what I did, I put two come-alongs on. One over here to this post and the other one over there to that post, so that those two posts on that side are only getting half the tension on them, and this one's getting twice as much tension as they are. So they might try to come in a little bit, but this one's going to do this one's going to be bending the most over here. So we hopefully will get it straightened out this time, and that'll be the last straightening on it. We just got a few little wrinkles like this from the hooks to take care of. And that's real easy to do with this little crescent wrench. When you got to bend something sideways, you take a pipe wrench. I got a little one somewhere, I don't know where it is, so just for demonstration I grabbed this one, and you just put it on there and you just push it to the left or to the right, whichever way you got to go with it. And that's how you do that. So I'm just going to go around and get these little spots like that around this edge here. Looks like it came out pretty straight. We can put some angle iron on that now and then put the boards on it. I cut out a couple lengths of steel. This is a 10-foot bed, and the boards are going to come all the way out past this and get bolted onto the side of this thing here. So I'm just using this as a template to be a little bit on the loose side, this little piece here of 2x6. So I cut out a piece 111 inches long on both sides. That gets me, leaves me a slight gap up here, and it gets me right to the end of this rolled sheet metal on this end. And then I'm going to weld something stronger on the end here that's going to go up, like something out of 3/8 metal, angle iron going straight up a little bit, because this post on the end is a lot tougher, so we can put a bigger piece on that. I had to cut out a couple blocks of little wood to put these C-clamps on and drill the hole. I guess you can see a hole up in there. Anyway, this metal is 1 3/4 inch angle iron by 1/8 inch, and so a 2x4 or 2 by anything just does fit nicely inside of that. So that's what size metal I got. Gonna do that on both sides. Put some holes down the length of it and bolt this thing on, and those heads of the bolts will give something for the board to sit on. It'll just help keep water from being trapped underneath it. It'll drain out and dry out of it. Maybe to help the board last a little longer if it's sitting on those bolt heads instead of being flush on the metal. I got this bag of washers, pretty good size, weighs a couple pounds, all different sizes. Probably paid $2–3 for them. They're like 69 cents a pound or $1.69 a pound. I forgot what it is. At the farm supply store here close by. So if you find a place like that that sells things that way, just get a bunch of it, keep it handy. Nuts and bolts, got these from sweeping out trailers. Had to clean out the trailers, get rid of the stuff that was in them, sweep it out on the ground or put it in a bag and throw it away. Well, nuts and bolts, naturally, I took those home with me. These are a bunch of grade 8 3/8 bolts, 1 inch long, 3/8 grade 8 3/8 nuts. Just happened to have enough. There's a few more in there. There's enough to do this job with them. So only got a couple bucks tied up in nuts and bolts. Got the rails done on both sides. Now I just got to put some end posts on.